Hello everybody, and what a beautiful day it is today.
Oh, it's glorious.
Absolutely stunning, and what better place to be than the Peak District. Now we're still here on this little campsite we're on, and we're going to talk to you about being off-grid or on-grid. So what's the difference? She says, I don't know. The difference is, to be off-grid, we're not plugged into anything. Here is our 240 socket, and we're not plugged in. If you have a cable from there into an electric point, that's classed as being on-grid. So to be off-grid, ideally for us, we need beautiful weather like this, and also
a helping hand.
A helping hand. And today, Catherine's been to fetch this. Go on, I'll let you open the door. And we'll show you what we've been sent by Bluetti, and it is their new AC200L power bank. So this is it, fresh out the box. Catherine has been and charged it up, ready, so we're reading 100%.
Yep. Straight
away you'll notice it's got a very, very nice power button and a very good display. So we're going to put it through a few tests, rather than sit here unboxing it, being boring, telling you about all the things it does. We'll tell you as we go through the video, but we're going to use this today to power the van. Now a lot of people are probably thinking, you know, how do you power the van? A lot of people will know, but we're going to show you how to plug your motorhome into this and run everything in that motorhome. Fridge, microwave, all the plug sockets, everything. So we'll get it out, pop it on the table, and we'll get it plugged in, and then we'll
show you how it works.
Show you how it works. We've got a few things to cook. As most of our regulars will know, we've got our dog Bailey, and he likes his salmon. So we're going to cook some salmon via the Bluetti today. Here he is, look, waiting patiently for his tea. Aren't you, mate? And then we'll go through some of the specifications of this power bank. Right, so this power bank is reasonably heavy. I think it's 33 kilograms it weighs. So it does weigh a bit, but it's got two handles to carry it. So we're going to pop this on the table there, and then to plug this into the van I have a cable. So basically you need a cable like this, a female of one of them with a plug on. Now ours is only short, so I'm using this extension as well, and all we're going to do is pop that in there, pop this in to one of the sockets. Now you can see the display does time off after a while. You can change this. Press and hold the AC button, press the AC button to switch the AC side on. So now that will power the entire van. Straight away you'll see we're using 300 watts. Now the onboard charge system in this van, that uses around 300 watts to charge the batteries what's in this van. Now we were a bit low on power today, so we've not had a lot of solar here, so having this will enable us to charge the van up, cook tea, we'll get boost salmon cooked on it. But yeah, let me show you that we are actually hooked up on power now on that symbol. So at the moment we have got the fridge on gas. We can actually switch that to electricity there and run the fridge on electricity. We've got a 900 watt microwave in this van. As you can see, the display's lit up, so we can use that. We've got Starlink on the roof, we can plug Starlink in. But yeah, let's get Bailey's salmon cooked and show you a little electric cooker we've got. So we've got this little 600 watt saucepan with a lid. There's a plug for it. So we're going to put this outside, plug this in directly into the power bank. We could use the plug sockets in here, but we're not going to. We're going to actually put it on and show you the power it's using from this, and we're going to cook this little man down here. We're going to cook this little man's salmon and biscuits. Well, salmon. He has salmon with his biscuits. We have these little frozen salmons. That's one we defrosted earlier. So we're going to get that in there, and we're going to get out there on the Bluetti and steam Bailey's tea. Right, we've got another cable with this. We're going to use one of the other AC sockets. Now this does have 4 AC sockets rated at 2,400 watts each, or 10.5 amps. So all we've got to do is plug that in the back. This is basically going to steam this fish. Plug that in there, pop that lid on, pop that round onto 600, and as you can see now we're using 1,000 watts. So that's probably going to take around 10 minutes once the water gets up to temperature, but it does work quite quickly. So that's one thing we're going to be testing it with. Also, while we're out here looking around this side, we've got inputs here. AC input, this is where you charge the item. Then we have got another port up here where you can charge with DC, or solar input goes in that one, and they've all got these dust covers on as well. And that's quite an important socket there. You can actually expand this battery bank. Currently it's 2,048 watt hours. You can expand it with extra battery banks to make it a bigger capacity. Yeah, so I'll just go through these quickly while that's warming up. We've got 2 USB-Cs rated at 100 watts. So I have a MacBook, so we can charge the MacBook off these. We've got 2 USB-As rated at 3 amps a piece, which is I think 28 watts I believe. You've got USB there to switch them on, DC to switch this one on over here, which is your standard cigarette lighter. And then underneath it you've got this other one, which is a 48 volt 8 amp socket. Very, very simple to use, literally on and off of your different sources. 4 plug sockets, as I've said. Nothing around this side, just a nice smooth design. 2 handles on top to carry it. Already you can see that's starting to work. I'll tell you what, it's another glorious day out here. Plenty of that in the sky.
Beautiful.
Talking that thing in the sky, charging the van up. I went up early and cleaned the solar panels on the roof. But talking of solar, while we're on the situation, this Bluetti will handle 1,200 watts of solar. Wow. Which is a lot of solar, and you can expect it to charge that within around 2 hours on a prime day. Obviously your solar panels need to be facing the sun well. It needs to be very, very strong sunlight, but about 2 hours to charge that.
That's massive.
That's pretty good. And also when you charge this, well, this is steaming, I can see. When you charge this off the mains, it will charge from 0 to 80% in 45 minutes. 45 minutes to 80%. So yeah, you can charge that real quick. It uses about 2,400 watts to peak charge that. So yeah, there's his salmon boiling, so we'll keep an eye on the time. He's out there. Look, you can smell it coming, can't you, buddy? You won't be able to smell it, but I can smell that salmon cooking in there. It smells lovely, doesn't it?
It smells really nice.
It smells really, really nice. Now, these Bluetti power banks do come with a 5-year guarantee, which is quite a lot longer than most of the other power banks out there. So yeah, and lifetime support as well. So we need to figure out what we're having for tea next.
I know we do.
I don't know what we're going to have. We have got some pizza what wants warming up.
Yeah.
So we've got use of the microwave as well. Right, so while that cooks down there, shall we say, we'll take a quick look what's inside the bag. Right, so this is what we've got inside the bag. It comes with a cigarette lighter adapter with this type of plug on it. Now, to use that type of plug you need this adapter cable, so it goes from that 2-pin to that type of cable, which also you use with your solar panel. This is for your solar panel with your solar connectors on that end. Mains cable, straightforward 3-pin plug on one end. It's got their own unique 3-pin twist on plug on the other end. So yeah, 2 cables. So yeah, the cigarette lighter adapter, obviously you need a van like ours which has got the 120 watt cigarette lighter plug to plug in. Top the battery bank up with this. If you're going to charge it off this, you're going to be looking at probably about 20 hours of driving. So yeah, ideal for topping it up as you drive though. So yeah, they're the 4 cables you get with it. Also, there is an instruction book in there, and the relevant certificates. Also, a little screw here on the side, what I showed you, where the charge it up, there's actually a little earth point there, so you can actually earth the unit. So I'll grab a fork and see how this salmon's cooking for our bow. But yeah, for being off grid, a battery bank like this is ideal, because it means you can come to sites like this. This little site we're on at the minute is £8 a night to stop here. There's water, there's waste, but there is no electricity, so this Bluetti AC200L will be absolutely ideal for us. How long we're looking at on the salmon? Right, I think we're about cooked in here. We'll have a look at this salmon for our boat. Oh, that's cooked into it lovely. Get this in a tub for him. Shame you can't smell it. It smells beautiful.
It smells gorgeous.
So we'll leave that for him to cool there, and then we'll dish his dinner up in a minute for him. So that'll be boo happy. And then we just need to satisfy ourselves with whatever we're having for tea.
No idea what yet.
No idea. We'll have to figure something out for that in a bit. Right, we've allowed it to cool for our boo. What we do is we normally give him a little bit of salmon like that, but yeah, we'll just cook that out there on the Bluetti. Give him some biscuits, that'll be him happy. Also forgot to mention with the Bluetti, it does support passive charging. Now if you don't know what passive charging is, basically it means you can have it plugged into the mains while using it, or you can have your solar panels out charging it while using it at the same time. So they call it passive charging. So if you're gathering in, say, 1000 watts and you're using 500 will go to the appliance you're using, 500 will go back into the battery. So that's how passive charging works. Here we go, look, buddy.
Yum yum.
That'll make you happy, won't it?
Bless him.
So that's Boo happy, so now we need to get the rest of us happy. Now another good thing about this Bluetti power bank is Zach loves his gaming, don't you, Zach? So Zach's going to get his gaming setup done, and while we're on power he can have it plugged in, and we'll also get Starlink plugged in as well, and yeah, use a bit of the Bluetti power today.
Yeah, see how it handles that?
So an update on the power, we now have Starlink plugged in as well, so we're using 383 watts on that battery bank, and at that we've roughly got about 5 hours left remaining. That's providing the charger doesn't switch off when the batteries get up to full. So yeah, Starlink uses about 100 watts, that's for our internet. And then Zach's gaming laptop obviously is a big gaming laptop with a big power supply, so this demands quite a bit of power. So obviously being off grid, you need plenty of power, don't you? Because
we do.
I can't really reach under that.
Can't reach the plug socket, people. Can't reach. So yeah, this I believe this is about 180 watts. It uses 16.9 amps. Now it doesn't use 16.9 amps all the time. Obviously, depending on how much the laptop's working, depends on how much power you use. So what's the lifespan of this battery bank, should you ask? You can expect to charge this around 3,000 plus times, which is roughly around 10 years. But even then, the battery might deplete a bit, but it'll still work. It'll probably work for 20 or 30 years, but that's the expected lifespan of one of these battery banks. Yeah, so if you're into your motorhome and then you like going to campsites but you're fed up of paying electric bills or anything like that, get yourself something like this. Get yourself a cable. You could actually get one with a longer cable on than that, and come to some more sites like this where it's a lot cheaper
and beautiful
and
quiet.
And get yourself some solar panels out and get charged up for free electricity.
Perfect.
So straight away you'll see now that we have increased to 600 watts, and we're looking at around probably about 4 hours at that. With Zach's laptop's just dropped a bit less, down to 440 watts. So I've had to write a few notes down here so don't forget everything. Power 2,400 watts. It has got a power lift mode which goes up to 3,600 watts. So obviously if you've got something that surges a bit higher than 2,400 but doesn't use it continuously, this will handle up to 3,600 watts. So you've got several ways to charge this. It actually lists 6 different ways. You've got AC, you've got solar, you've got the car, you can use a generator, or you can use AC and solar or battery. So there is 6 different ways to charge this. Also, it does have a Bluetooth app, so if you've got an Android phone or an iPhone, there is an app you can download. So I just need to correct myself on the USB-A's. It's actually 18 watts, not, I think I said 28 watts, it's actually 18 watts. But yeah, we've also got a circuit protector down there, so should you power something that's a bit too much for it and it shuts off, you press that to reset it. Pretty flat on the top. It's got a bit of information on the back about the power bank itself. So typical Catherine, I've just got the air fryer out to do a demonstration with the air fryer, and it's still dirty from last time we used it.
I just forgot to do it with the pots when I did them last night.
You just can't get the staff, can you? Trying to be professional there and do a professional review, or trying to do a different review rather than sat there being boring, showing you what it actually does.
I know, let the side down, I know, you don't have to say it.
You've let the side down. Anyway, she's going to clean the basket. Got some nice barbecue ribs the other day, didn't we, in here?
Yeah, you can put them
Ribs, chicken wings here, look. So we're going to get them in the air fryer and cook them out there. I mean, we could bring the air fryer in and use the plug sockets in the van, but I'm trying to demonstrate more about what you can do with it, basically. Yeah. We could also, in our van, this is our water heater, so we've got 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt and 3 kilowatt. We could actually put the water heater on as well, but obviously it'll deplete the battery quicker, so we tend to keep that on gas. But yeah, as you can see, still plugged in, still charging away. Zach's just setting his laptop up to play for a few hours over there. I do like this power button, it's very nice, and it is very easy to switch on and off. Obviously we're still powering the van at 600 watts, so I'm not going to go and switch it off at the minute. But yeah, all these are protected by these dust covers, so you keep them on, stop any dust or any moisture or anything getting in there. It looks like the air fryer is ready.
Already.
Now this is a 900 watt air fryer. So currently pulling 600 watts, so we're going to be pulling about 1,500 watts.
Oh.
So we'll put these on, 15 minutes, and you can see straight away we're pulling 1,438 watts. Obviously with an air fryer it's not a continuous heat, it'll be on and off as the temperature gets up to temperature basically. So the time it tells you on there, it's saying just over an hour. Obviously we're not going to be using that for an hour continuously, and in that 15 minutes the element won't be continuously on, so it will last a bit longer than that. I think I'll have a well-deserved sit down now. Sit down and relax. Could do with a beer to go with my chicken wings, couldn't we? Could do with a beer to go with my chicken wings. But that, I don't know if you can hear it, but the only noise is coming from the air fryer,
which is very, 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 very minimal.
And these air fryers are really quiet anyway. But yeah, I can see all the electronics from the side there as well, but there is no noise whatsoever coming from that.
You don't even know it's on, other than the green light and the screen when you switch it on.
Yeah, obviously the screen times out to save power. Right, what are you playing there, Zach?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Zach's playing Rainbow Six Siege. He's just going to load into a map, aren't you? But yeah, we've got that plugged in down there to the... We've got 2 AC sockets under there in this van, one down there. This is for his inverter, this, but obviously today we're testing out the Bluetti, so yeah. So, like I say, in the book, in this bag you've also got this card here. This is for your warranty. There's a certificate in here, and then you've also got all your functions on how to operate the AC200L, and obviously what it comes with: AC charge cable, DC input cable, solar cable, car cable, the ground screw, everything is in here. All your different things, telling you what you can sort of plug in. It also gives you the appliances as well, look. So the 48 volt DC port 1, this one here, what we looked at the front, It's for charging RV life batteries with a D40. So probably not something you will use, but it does have that function available. It also tells you various other about recharging it on standard power. So you can recharge it on different types of power. You can recharge it on 800 watts, which is pretty much silent, it calls it. Turbo, which is 2400 watts, that will charge it the fastest. Or standard, which is more friendly to the battery. So you can actually change that mode, so you can charge it faster or slower. So we'll leave Zach to have a bit of fun there, and we'll go and check on the chicken wings out here. So yeah, as I've said, this site we're on is absolutely bang on. £8 a night, no electricity, but we don't need it, do we?
Can I have a spoons?
Oh, look at them already, cooking well they are.
It only took about 12 minutes last night.
Right. Yeah, we cooked them. We used the van last night to cook them off. We've got lithium batteries in the van, but obviously power bank is also an essential item for us.
Oh gosh, it is, yeah.
Travelling around in this van.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we try and be off-grid, as they call it, off-grid. Now, off-grid to us, off-grid is not plugged in there to things like these power lines up here, which obviously there's no electric sockets on here, but them power lines, if you're plugged into them, that's on-grid. Well, yeah, very quiet that. Down at 77%, but we have demanded quite a lot of it, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
And it is charging the van up quite fast as well. We've got quite a reasonable sized charger in there to charge up the batteries that are on board in this motorhome. Right, they must be about done. Oh, look at
They
them.
are.
13 minutes that's been on.
Yep, that's about what they've done before.
And they were frozen as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of meat on them though, is there, sir?
They're down at 70%, but having said that,
We have caned it a bit.
we are caning it with what we're plugging into it. So yeah, get them dished up. My belly's rumbling. I'm rumbling here, ready for it. So yeah, there is an alternative to cooking than gas nowadays in camper vans or off-grid camping, whatever you want to call it. One time a day you got gas stove out. Now these small air fryers and these battery banks, you can pretty much transport 240 volts anywhere.
Yeah.
They're looking good.
I always double check chicken, yes they're cooked.
Oh. So you're probably wondering why all I've cooked is ribs. Well, these two, when they fetched this, have been to McDonald's without me. Haven't you?
Well, yours would have been cold.
So they've been to McDonald's, so I'm having to slum it with some chicken wings. So
I'm
yeah.
sure you don't mind, really.
Oh. Yeah, so that's why there's only me dining tonight. Or me and Boo anyway. Boo's had his salmon. And,
I'm sure he won't mind helping you with chicken if you let him.
Very nice. Yeah, salmon cooked courtesy of Bluetti.
I don't think he minds who cooks it, does he?
No, I don't think he minds now.
As long as it's cooked in his little steam pot.
Beautiful, yes.
It is running good though, that steam pot, isn't it? It's just so universal, you can just use it with anything.
A little power update, obviously. We're using about 330 watts now because the van charger's still working. Starlink uses a lot of power when it first starts up, so that's dropped down. Zach's laptop's just idling at the minute while he's just doing the bit of schoolwork on there actually at the minute. So yeah, we're looking at about 4.5 hours left on this, and that's basically just charging the van up, charging it up nicely as well.
Brilliant.
Obviously via this cable here.
It's just what we needed, isn't it, really, to top it up?
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. So I'm going to try something else which I've never tried before as well. I've got the MacBook M3 Pro here, which comes with this rather bulky charger. Now this has a USB-C type plug on this end, so I believe we can plug this in here and charge the MacBook, hang on, cable everywhere, without needing this. So I'm going to try this now. Let's just pop this on, pop that on there, press the USB, Oh yes, and it's definitely charging. Let me just bring that up, show you. Yeah. So we can actually use the USB-Cs, give enough power out, charge the MacBook. So that's another handy feature on this power bank. So I can get a bit of video editing done now, can't
Yeah, I'm just keeping tabs on where my brother and that is over in France.
I? Yes, enjoying France. So, seeing as Catherine looks like she's been dragged through a hedge backwards, she's going to demonstrate using the hair straighteners. She's got them plugged into the van. Obviously,
Yep.
the van's plugged in to the Bluetti out there. They're warming up, are they?
Heating up now.
They're heating up. Let's go and have a look how much power they're consuming. So yeah, we're up at 750 watts, so they're probably using around 300 watts to warm up. So Catherine loves that to have nice straight hair.
I do.
Hair, not
Hair.
air.
Hair.
Hair, not air.
Just seeing what it says, what power they are.
Well, it looks like they're powering about 300 watts at the minute. I can't read that.
No, I can't either.
They obviously, the air straighteners obviously use quite a bit of power. They surge when they start, and then the power drops down. So
52 watts, it says.
bear it in mind. No, it says 52 watts. Some actual air straighteners will peak up to like 1,000 when they first switch on. So
Right.
to temperature.
Yeah.
Then. Carry on then. Get that hair nice and straight.
Oh.
She likes to do a fringe more than anything.
I do.
She's not going to do a whole hair because
No.
we ain't got time for all that in this video. Right, so while we sit and enjoy the evening, we're going to leave this charging up the van batteries because they're down at about 80% I think now. It has put about 20% in since I first plugged it in. So yeah, if you're interested in one of these Bluetti AC200Ls or any other power banks by Bluetti, have a look down in the description below. I can highly recommend Bluetti as a power bank brand. We've had, I think this is our 4th Bluetti power bank now. Very, very good, well put together, very nice looking, very stylish, very good piece of kit. And one Bluetti power bank which we've now given to Catherine's brother, that's probably 2.5 years old, working perfectly. So yeah, highly recommend Bluetti. So I want to thank you all for watching as always, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.